is up, guys? My name is Matthew and today we're doing Lego Whiplash. The piece we'll be making today features Andrew the protagonist and the drum set that he uses. The plot of Whiplash follows Andrew, who is attending Schaefer University. It's a very prestigious musical school, and he is a drummer who really just wants to make it in the world and become one of the greats. And the whole movie is basically about his journey through Schaefer University and after. So let's just get right into it. The character we have is Andrew, and he will be probably the easiest thing we will make today. And he has these two sticks that represent the drumsticks. He's mainly just wearing a suit or his concert attire. And he has some brown hair, and as you can tell from his face, it's just more of a hero face, as I like to call it. The main stand we have is just a brown base plate. What I used to create his seat is just these four, you've probably seen them before if you know Legos, basically the cones, the four brown cones with a gray disc. It doesn't have to be gray. You can make it any color, and it's seated on a 2x4, and it just is perfectly like that. And then you fold Andrew's legs in, and you just have him sit. So that's one of the first pieces we have. The next piece is one of just another of the random drums that he has. It's very easy to make. You just need a disc, a gray cylinder, and I suppose a more circular tan disc to represent the drum. You just connect the cylinder into the bottom and the disc into the other part, and you have a really easy drum. The next drum we have is the snare drum. You probably know the snare drum very well. It's usually used to start a drum roll, and it's actually how they start the movie. And the way it is, it's the same kind of pieces we used here, just the disc, the cylinder, and we also have these kind of lines around this one, just to make it a little bit different. And they're both the same, they're just different patterns and colors. So now that we have those two drums, we'll go on to the foot cymbal, which is basically, it has a foot pump that you use usually with your left foot, and it will make these two cymbals crash together. The way I made it is I made a black kind of antenna with one of the the pieces that goes around one of the tubes to hold things in place. I put one of the cymbals. These are just two discs. Discs are a very important piece in this piece, ironically. The one cymbal, I just put it upside down so that when you look on it, it is upside down per se. Then you put the other one above it. Very easy. Very cool. Another of the cymbals is, it's probably one of the harder ones we made. It has a black bottom. It's just like one of Andrew's sticks. You put the black cylinder in it. And then you've probably seen one of these pieces. You probably have, if you've had any Lego set, you'll probably have an extra one of these. You just put it right on top to a point where it's perfectly level with the stick, and you put a yellow square, or 2x2, on top, and that makes one of the symbols even easier. This other one, you saw we used a kind of staff, if you want to say. I call it an antenna. I used a gray antenna here and a cone, a gray cone, and then I just put the yellow plate on top. The one drum that this is probably one of the hardest, but also the coolest looking ones. It sits about right above the bass drum, which is the drum that you mainly use with your foot. And this is a piece that's very hard. I personally would say it's kind of hard to make. All you need though is this kind of piece. It It's a very hard piece to find, but I know that a lot of sets also have them. But you may not know that you've ever used them. A piece that's really easy to find is this one. It's usually found in pirate sets. You use it as a spyglass or some other, maybe a torch. You flip it upside down and it is a torch. But what you have to do here is plug it in the top, right, like that, just in the center of this piece. You can see it there. Just plug this piece right in the center, like so. Then you take one of these circle pieces like this, and you take a claw piece like this. You put the one stud underneath so that it looks like this. And then, to kind of have that angle, you plug it in, you attach it a little bit at an angle. Now this takes a little bit of time to kind of have it, and you can't really touch it once it's made, but it will attach at an angle more like it, and it can snap something. Now, what I did to make the bass drum is I first attached this piece. You may have seen it before. It's just a 1x2, and it's basically the part where you will use your foot to beat with the drum. The way I made the bass drum is by taking one of these pieces. You may know this piece, most of the time it's covered by a sticker in your sets. Then you have these two circle pieces. One of them is gray, one of them is tan. I really couldn't find two of the same one, so I just did that, but if you could, it's even better. So you just put it together like this. Perfect. You've probably seen one of these. It can go around the neck of someone, like a character, and it will, you can attach things to their back or even their front. But you plug this in behind, like this. And then you just attach the piece this way. Now, this is probably even more so than this piece, very sensitive. So you don't want to hit that one too hard, so I put it down first. Next, we'll put down the actual character piece. Then, I'll put these, and so right now we have our piece looking like this. Next, we'll put the main drum right here. Oh, see, it fell off. That's how sensitive it is. Just plug it back on. See how sensitive stuff can be. Of course, this is all coming apart now. Okay. Next, we will put one of these symbols on. I'm just trying to be very careful with this. You can honestly, once you have them all created, you can put them wherever you want. I'm just putting them where I would personally put them, where I would like them to be. And I actually looked online to see, everything is coming apart, to actually look at what or where the pieces are supposed to fit together. Situated. Then I put this drum right over here. The snare drum the closest, because that's usually how it is put so that the drummer can have it at a moment's notice. I'm going to set it down just for a second so that I can get everything situated. It may take some time, but it will look amazing once you're finished. Here we are, a finished product. This is Whiplash, the drum set. I'm going to have every angle so that you can see it. And you can see that it's very clustered in a way. Whoops. It's very clustered together, but that's how you want it to be. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching, and please see this movie. It is an excellent movie. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. It actually got put up for an Academy Award nomination, and J.K. Simmons, who is the musical teacher, he actually won the Academy Award for Best Supporting. But besides that, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe.